I'm Beth Medved, a realtor for 22 years in the Front Royal Warren County community, and I've always admired the Warren Coalition and all the impact that they have in this community that's my hometown since I was born here. But I really became involved actually during the COVID times when I connected with them regarding a Rotary District grant and started working with Krista, and it was just a fabulous experience. And ever since then, I've been an avid supporter and donor since I saw and witnessed firsthand just how remarkable everyone at the coalition is. So what has really truly impacted me in so many ways, I used to at first email Krista and Celeste and say, oh my gosh, this experience I had thanks to the We See You Warren County. Now it's so common that I don't bother them with my stories because it truly impacted the way I am in the world. So, I consider myself a nice person. I care about people. I'm good-hearted, I like to think. But I realized during that campaign when it first started that there's so many times I'm just in my world, right? I'm daydreaming. I'm thinking about what I've got to do next. I'm on the phone. I'm texting. I'm just like not present in the world to see all the strangers around me. And so this campaign, although of course I'm not perfect and many, many times I stay in my little world, but I love when something reminds me of that, and I start to observe people in a different way, and I start to really see people. So it's that campaign that the Warren Coalition initiated years ago that really had me look at how I interact with strangers throughout my day. And I'm so grateful for that. And I've had so many great experiences traveling all over the world and remembering the We See You campaign and enacting it, not necessarily with the same quote of the month or what have you, which is a fantastic way to have people remember to implement it in their lives, but just to have a gesture of anything, even a smile. Just something extra that maybe I wouldn't have done had that not been put in my mind about the importance of really seeing people and acknowledging people and recognizing that we're all humans doing the best we can, and to really try to connect with people's hearts throughout the day. One of the things I love most about the Warren Coalition is that, yes, they have their programs and their standard operating, missions and that sort. But what I've really thought is so remarkable about the coalition is that they bend and move with the community, with the need, and they can usually find a way to support and bring other projects in, other organizations in, and be that bridge that connects people and makes things happen here in Warren County. From finding money from some source, definitely not finding it, working hard to get it, but to be able to just step in and fill the gap in areas when there are people with good hearts that want to make a difference here. The Warren Coalition is such a great home for ideas, for innovative programs like the We See You, like the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and that is, of course, one of my most passionate reasons that I love the coalition. My kids, who are now almost 21, almost 19, were recipients of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library when they were young. When I was at the hospital, somebody came and I signed up, and it was sponsored by the United Way at that time. But then about when they were 3 and 5, I think, the program stopped. They ran out of funding. And it was always my goal to bring it back somehow, some way. But I was like, who am I to do that? It's a lot of money. I don't want to run it. I don't know how to do that. And it was a crazy series of events that led me to end up partnering with the Warren Coalition, the Rotary Club, our district, and getting a grant to help be a part of launching that program that is still running. The Warren Coalition's taken it over, has people overseeing it, and it's making such an impact. In fact, I love it so much that every time I see a kid that's young, I mention it. And I was just the other day at a restaurant and I mentioned it, and they were already signed up. So many times it's happening. We're like, yep, we're already signed up. We know all about it. So it's just so heartwarming. And it was nothing that the Warren Coalition set out to do necessarily, but people had a passion about it, and they were the one that bridge the gap to make it happen and to keep it sustainable, to keep it going. So I'm so grateful, and that's the opportunity that donors have to know when they give to the Warren Coalition that money is going to quadruple, because they're going to use it in the best way and channel it to where it needs to go in this community to meet the needs right here. And that's what I think is so fantastic about the coalition, and why I'm a huge supporter, and why I know that every cent that I send to the coalition is going to go where it's needed most. Please join me in supporting the Warren Coalition and celebrating their 30 years of impact in this community. Please become a donor if you aren't already, or if you are, I challenge you to raise your donation, because I guarantee you that the team at the Warren Coalition, the supporters, the communities that they partner with, the organizations they partner with, can take the funds, your hard-earned funds, and put them to the best use for this community. So please join me in supporting the Warring Coalition, and congratulations to an organization that has done so much for this community.